just turn the planet off, rock off for a bit, and I'm doing a major clear up and rearrange, and I actually have a little bit of bench space for a change, and I just thought I'd shoot you a little quickie talking about slip joint calipers. So I'm just going to reset the camera on the other stand so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, well I guess you're all pretty familiar with the sprung or spring bow calipers with the usual screw adjustment. But you also get slip joint tools. Now I haven't got any slip joint calipers, but I have got a set of what are variously called odd legs, jennies, or hermaphrodite calipers. Now there is a technical distinction between some of them depending on whether, like this pair, they've just got a plain end, or this Moore and Wright set, they've got the little spur. And I mean, these are simple marking out tools, you know, and I can easily form a line. You know, they're quite. You can find a centre by halving the error each time, and as I say, this is Moore and Wright. Got a nice smooth action to the slip joint. This is a set of your cheap generic Indian source stuff, and the action's not bad. I mean, the rest of it's not very well made, but they do an adequate job for what I tend to use them for. And this set is given to me by a friend, and they were part of his. He did an engineering course and made these, and they're a little bit chunky. The joint needs some work on them, but you know, they do the job. They've got a tiny little spur. They're not terribly well formed. Anyway, what often doesn't seem to be touched on is how you actually adjust these. If you're working from a scale and you're trying to set them to a specific value, it can be quite difficult to get the movements small enough. And the way to adjust these on small movements, if you want to make them a little bit closer, just give them a little tap. So I'm just a fraction over the ½ millimetre there. And we're right in the engraving there. And if you need to open them up, you stick a finger down between and then tap them on the hinge. Usually takes a little bit more force to adjust them this way. And then we're up to the next ½ millimetre. That's much easier than trying to do a controlled opening to an accurate, because you get a certain amount of stick slip in these, so the tapping technique tends to work well.